a shovel in hand, she roams the universe, exploring every land, no map, no reverse. Oh, dig a 420, curious Canuck. Answers on your mind, never getting stuck. Riding waves of stars through the cosmic sea, finding who we are in the galaxy. She's got questions to ask and a fire that won't die, unraveling each task under the sky. Oh, dig a 420, curious Canuck. Answers on your mind, never getting stuck. Riding waves of stars through the cosmic sea, finding who we are in the galaxy. She's got questions to ask and a fire that won't die, unraveling each task under the sky. Oh, dig a 420, curious Canuck. Answers on your mind, never getting stuck.
Because, Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing? It's Monday again. Woo-hoo-hoo. It's Monday. We've made it through the day. Even over here, it's 4 p.m. So, for most of us, the work week is ended or just about ended. Pardon the sunshine in the face and eyeballs. The cat's flashing me right now because she's sitting in the window. It will happen again when she decides to leave the window. Hello, Sam V. How you doing? Hello, MJ. How you doing? Good to see you guys. Pardon me. Yeah, it's Monday, so we'll see if there's anyone who wants to hang out and chat today. Oops. I'm all tangled up in my new. I've got new headphones again. Woo woo woo. These ones are long enough that I can do cool stuff like doing my walking while I stream instead of just, sitting or standing and fidgeting. I can do my walking. It's really very nice. I can also reach to go over to the kitchen sink and to pour coffee, and I can almost feed the cats with the length of cord on this headset. So I'm really very excited. Life is good over here in the Digger household. I do have a project today. It's right here now. I decided to do a little bartering. I clean houses for the neighbors, that sort of thing, every now and again. And one of my neighbors works at a store where they sell, among other things, cat stands. And it was on sale for $50. So in exchange for 2 hours of cleaning time that I've offered to give him tomorrow, he bought the cat stand. So we'll be putting it together at some point. Hello, Wild, over in the Rumble. How you doing? It's good to see you. Yeah, my girls are getting really spoiled, I'll have you know. First buy me a coffees I ever got went to helping me pay for that cat stand, which they love. Now I'm going to be scrubbing someone else's house for 2 whole hours so that they get a new cat stand over here. It's a short one, so I'm hoping I can replace one of the 2 stands beside me. This one here is completely, it's a cardboard box stacked on a cardboard box with a pillow. And as you can see, it's Sweet's favorite perch. So I'm kind of hoping we can use this new one to replace the boxes. Because when the coffee, when I finally run through all the coffee in the box, it is no longer going to be structurally sound. As it is, it started up here, and she's slowly caving in as the bags of coffee get taken out, pound bags of coffee. So she's slowly been doing this and getting lower and lower. So I'm hoping this one can replace that. She's also decided that she gets to have the cat TV, whether I want her to have the cat TV or not, which includes putting her claws in the new curtains. There's not a single pull in them yet, but I don't trust her for shit. I wonder. Okay, that's not horrible. Oh, that's still pretty bright. What if we do that? There. Now, if you just turn around, you can still have your cat TV. We'll see if that works for her. Oh, I'm always so shiny faced. I'll have you know I wash my face and everything, and I use a face cream. But the new face cream that I'm using is it's really nice. I use very little of it, but it seems like it makes me look shiny. I'm not. It's totally velvety smooth. I love this new face cream. I'm finally of that age where I can't just use basic skincare anymore. I actually had to up my game a little bit. So, but it's really, really nice. Vichy. Anyone who uses face products, I use Vichy, and it's phenomenal stuff. You can't tell, but it sure feels like it's baby's bottom. It's so soft. Really nice. Thank you, Wild. Wild saying you look fine. Thank you. Sorry for the pardon me, sorry for that too. But TMI, I'm a woman. It's that time of the month. So I've been super uber girly, and I felt really ugly the last couple of days, and like just very like you do at the girls out there. You just kind of feel, oh, well, I'm having one of those. So I'm yeah. I've been kind of like that for the last couple of days. I ended up wearing an outfit that I would never be caught dead in outdoors, like outside. I wore it on stream yesterday just because I felt so that I said fuck it, and I just don't care anymore. So that kind of gave me the confidence. Like if I can go on stream like looking like that, I can go on stream looking okay. So I don't know. It's like a weird mental game I'm playing with myself. But anyways, I digress, mostly because I smoked a dab beforehand. I mean, it's 10 minutes to 4:20. Hi, been there, done that. How you doing? Stopping by for a second. Gonna lay down. Your back is killing you today. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, you go and you relax. Take care of you, bud. That's always first and foremost. And I love your avatar. I love it when I see it pop up. It's great. Oh, pardon me. Wild is saying, "Oh my God, you know I'm Shenny's age, right? Yesterday I got a big old chinzit." I was like, "What the fuck is this?" You know what? I know I had flawless skin. I was overweight. I was well, actually, I wasn't overweight, or well, I might have been a little bit chubby. Um, but yeah, I one thing I had going for me as a teenager was the fact that my skin was flawless. There was no acne, no nothing. Beautiful, flawless skin. Suddenly, about 24, 25, it's like I hit puberty again, but only in my skin. And I started getting like acne, and it ended up being cystic acne because, of course, I've got a health issue that causes cysts anyways to grow anyways. So yeah, it was cystic acne, and all of a sudden I went from having flawless skin in my teens to looking like a teen in my 20s. It was very embarrassing. So yeah, we still get as wonderful as old age is, we still get to act like or our body can still do embarrassing things. Like give us zits no matter how old we are. That it's just that at that point, like I'm 45. So I'm not old, but I'm not young. you know? Um I don't feel like I'm middle-aged yet. I feel a lot younger than middle-aged, but either which way, I am at that age where you're starting to see the odd, um, the odd whisker, you know? Nothing major, but just like one errant hair every now and a blue moon. That, it's nothing even necessarily visible to anyone other than you, but it's there and it goes, you pluck it and it goes away for a while, but then suddenly it decides to just be there. It's like overnight, it just becomes this big hair again, and you've got to pluck it. So I'm at that age where I get to deal with that stuff now, as well as the acne of a teenager. It's, yeah, it's totally unfair. Thank goodness, and knocking on wood, I'm not anywhere near menopausal. I'm not even perimenopausal. Again, knocking on wood. Wild. I'm not being mean, but if you're planning on living past 90, you've passed middle age. Well, okay, factually you are correct. Factually you are correct. I do not feel like I've reached middle age yet. Um, and that being said, I never planned for a life existence past 27. Um, I never expected to get past that. I was on a totally different road, um, doing a lot of drugs and trying to get into the movie makeup industry, and that's a whole nother lifetime. But I had every intention of going as far as I could in the film industry until I, dropped dead and became a member of the 27 Club. So that didn't happen. And then suddenly I was at 30 and then 35. And then I'm like, holy shit. I've got absolutely no plans for my life now. I'm much older than I ever planned to get. And I was no longer able to work. So, yeah, it was kind of that, and my health and everything kind of shut me into this. Well, not this specific, but shut me into a home that I hung out in for a few years, figuring out how to live again. And then I found the internet and I made friends on the internet, and life is like 1,000% better now. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell. I don't know why I went there. Again, I did a dab just before I started, and it's yeah, it's one of those, I think it's a reminiscent thing. But in the meantime, I've got a friend and his name is Kaiser.
Hello.
Hello,
How you doing? Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I never even thought. I like that you pointed out the math, Wild. I'm past middle age if I want to live to 90. I thank you for that, but that hits hard too. So
It's like, okay, thank you, but ouch.
yeah. So how are you
Oh.
doing? How was your weekend?
My weekend was actually pretty good, and somehow I have still no idea. I'm still trying to figure out how I did that one. But I managed to somehow convince the wife to let me just have a majority of the weekend to work on my project. So,
Oh, nice.
yeah, I've been putting in work at breakneck speed.
Right on. Right on. And how are you feeling health-wise? You doing okay?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I haven't had any more health scares, knock on
Yeah.
wood. But
Awesome. That's
yeah.
what I'm.
yeah, I'm just trying to get through everything, survive, and keep doing
Yeah.
what I'm doing.
It's nice that you're like you look happy and relaxed and healthy, and it really looks good on you
Yeah.
this time that you've been able to spend working on your hobbies. It
Well,
really
yeah.
looks good for you.
I've let the face grow out just a little bit more than I usually do, but yet
Yeah.
my hair is an absolute mess. It's way longer than I usually let it go. But I should be getting it cut this weekend, hopefully, knock on wood. But
Yeah.
yeah, it just for some reason getting that whole doctor thing out of the way and then them being like, "Okay, you're good. You're not dying." I'm like, "Oh, thank God."
Yeah.
It's like suddenly colors everything a little bit more differently. I notice
Mhm.
trees and flowers and grass and birds chirping and stuff.
Yeah.
And then there's this thing
I know. I'm
and
enjoying it.
just absolutely tearing through it.
That's all.
And yeah, I've still got a lot of work to go. I'm still way into the rewrite process, but
Yeah.
I will say this. I crossed a big milestone over the weekend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So this
Yep.
constitutes my original manuscript,
Oh
which
right.
was only 65 pages short.
Hmm.
Well, I wrote this a long time ago, 16 years ago, actually, about 2008, 2009 was when I started it.
Wow.
And I was not happy with
Hmm.
how it was shaping up because as much as I like the story and the characters, it was a little too 2008. It was a little
Yeah.
too Joss Whedon, quippy, that kind of thing, and
Yeah.
a little too pop culture referencey. And I said, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I'm not happy with how it's written because I've grown a lot in the intervening time.
Hmm.
So also my writing style has changed a lot. So I'm going to take what I have. I'm going to take this. I'm going to rewrite it from the
Yeah.
ground up. So at this point, yeah, here's how much I've got done.
Hmm.
Here's how much I've still got to go, and it's about half. And I have
Nice.
actually the rewrite officially is now longer than the whole of the original.
Original. Nice.
Eh,
Nice.
Huge.
Yes. Yeah. That's big. Hello, Keeper of the Chippy. Thank you very much. I'm just down on myself right now because I'm being a girly girl. I'm all up in my feels. So it is what it is. Hi, Bishop. How you doing? Keeper of the Chippy saying hi to Kaiser.
Hi.
Hello, AP.
AP.
How you doing?
How's it going, guys? I am not doing well.
Oh
No?
no.
Oh,
Yeah, expended almost all my energy just to get back into the office and sit down.
Oof.
oh, that's no good.
It's all right,
Um,
man.
yeah.
This is my hourly life. I'll go from being someone able to move to on death's door.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm learning. It's definitely not fun. It's given me um you you guys really make me feel like I better get up off my butt and do shit because you guys are awesome. Keeper of question mark.
Never stop moving.
Oh, over there. Never stop moving. Yeah, that's
Every single day, do something. Move 50
yeah,
yards. Doesn't matter if you have to go back and forth. Just move.
yeah. Yeah, I'm
Stay
learning
alive.
that.
See, the sad thing is, Kaiser, I don't know if you remember. You said I'm messaged in one of the chats saying doing intermittent fasting. I lost 67 pounds, and you were like, "Hey, we might have to talk or whatever." And I
Yeah.
sent you a message and whatnot. And if you still want to know the program, you will lose weight.
Yes.
But yeah, the hardest part about all this crap is I lost 67 pounds. Now I'm losing. I think I weighed myself the other day. I'm down 40 pounds of muscle.
Oh,
Uh,
That's the stuff you don't want to lose.
yeah.
yeah. So I'm trying something new. I got this bone broth protein because it's absorbed faster in your body and it doesn't have gluten in it and it doesn't have oh, why can't I think of the word off the top of my head? I literally just have it.
Turn it loose, Johnny. Turn it loose. Sorry.
Mhm.
Uh,
Well, I've been talking to some people around my realm because I do my walking. I call it my walkout because it's literally what I do. Instead of squirming and fidgeting and stuff, I walk, and it keeps me in the right rhythm and pace. So it's actually rather beneficial. But I've been wanting to do like basic yoga or like a chair yoga or something like that that people of all levels
yeah.
can do, that we can do together, like on the regular, and kind of give us, a chance to do in our rooms the stuff we all need to do and should be doing, but we rarely do. We end up sitting here and doing this instead.
Way too long.
Yeah.
Glucose is the word I was looking for.
Ah, glucose. Yeah.
Oh, glucose. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
I love the idea when you messaged me about that. It's a great idea. I just know for me physically, I cannot. If
Well,
I
and
bend
that's the
over in my
thing.
chair right now,
It would be as much as you could do while we're hanging out in a stream, right? Because we're
right?
hanging out here doing it anyways. Stingy, hello, I see you. Hello, Fiery Red Podcast.
Stingy!
I can just say that if I did it right, if I bent over right now, my head's hitting the floor, and I'm got my
yeah,
brother to come pick me up and take me to the hospital.
yeah,
Mm.
So
yeah.
Yep.
Stingy's saying DDP yoga, and that's one of the ones I'm looking at.
yep, that's
For
another one.
sure.
Really good.
Yeah. Funny thing is, actually, you mentioned yoga, and I kind of almost laughed there for a second because that comes up a few times in my writing.
Oh, does it?
It comes up a few times,
I can't
among other
wait.
things.
Pilates.
Yeah, I used to do Pilates too. I had a DVD that I would play every day. But yeah, there are things that you can do for yourself. And even if not everyone can do everything, I'm wondering if that's something people would even be interested in doing, or should I just keep doing my walkout by myself?
Why
I
not
just
both?
kind of thought it would be fun to hang out with people while I'm doing the stuff I have to do.
Right, but why not both?
Well,
Right?
that's asking a lot.
Well, that's the thing. Before this MS bullshit, pardon my French, I was working it out 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 4 hours a day at the peak of it when I lost, I think, 15 pounds in a month.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I would do a half hour of plyometrics in the morning and then a small amount of weight training. And then in the afternoon, I would do 2 hours of cardio and plyometrics.
Yeah.
3 days a week. And then the other 3 days, the other 3 of the 6, I would do weightlifting. So all in a hopes to go do the career that I've always wanted to do, which was law enforcement, but
Yeah.
can't see the sights of your firearm. You can't
It's
be in
kind of
law
hard
enforcement.
it's kind of hard to be a cop. Yeah. No, at one point I was doing proper workouts. I mean, with the Wii Fit thing, I was doing an hour walk, and then I would spend either half an hour doing yoga or a half hour doing strength training. And I was doing it every day, and I was feeling really good. And even on my bad fibro days, I was a lot better. So it's something I need to get back into for sure. I'm just wondering if it's something that other people would want to do along with me, or if it's even a thing. I'm trying to figure out what streams are working and what aren't, and which way to go. I forgot I'm 25 minutes in and I haven't even said anything yet. I've been waiting patiently, but Mighty Meat has said we will officially restart the Mystery Babylon series on his channel this Wednesday. This Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific, which is 8 o'clock Eastern. And I'm so
Nice.
thrilled. Yeah. Yeah. I
I remember you
cannot
guys love
wait.
that doing that show.
I know, right? And then life gets in the way sometimes, but I'm really glad
Lord,
we
I
were.
know.
Well, yeah, yeah. We finished the more heavily religious portion of the series, and we were just dipping our toes into the secret societies, and like the Masons and all the fun other societies. So we were just getting into the fun bits. Not
My
that the
people.
religious wasn't fun. I really actually having that series and those conversations with Mighty, because I'm just discovering God myself, and he's a full blown scientist. You know, it was
Mhm.
really interesting to have the discussions with him that we wouldn't have had otherwise. It's very cool. Yeah.
Hey, Fiery,
So
I see you in there.
Hey, Fiery.
yes, Fiery, good to see you. I'm glad you're around too. I haven't seen you. I've seen you in Discord. I haven't seen you in any chats. Mind you, I haven't been in a whole lot of chats either. But yeah, so that's something. It turns out that this stream is actually one of my more popular ones, which is
Nice.
cool. I wasn't sure if this
This
would
one we're
even
doing right
fly.
now?
I thought this would be the Monday chatting with friends. I kind of thought chatting with friends would be, just us friends hanging
Right.
out and chatting.
Heck, maybe
So,
I should stop talking about myself so it can be more
well,
inviting. People show up and have fun.
yes, well, I'd love to have you here though. Don't take that for not coming on.
No,
Well,
that was a
we can
joke.
talk about, yeah. Although I did have a request that perhaps a little less gun talk for us girls in the chat. Because I just sit there and smile and nod because I got no idea what you're talking about. Just, yeah, sure. I know some calibers enough to be able to kind of imagine it, but that's it.
That's fine. I usually don't try to tell everybody my,
Mhm.
passion. So, but
Right. That kind of the same way. I'm like, I don't want to say what's in my safe.
yeah, like you'll never know what's in my safe
Yeah,
unless I open it for you. So
yeah. Fiery is saying my sleep energy and mind are all over the place. Hard to make many these days. Well, I'm glad that we still bump into each other in the Discord.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hi, JK. How you doing? It feels like forever. I'm sure I saw you just last week, but it feels like forever. Hello,
Yeah,
Deadpool. How you
JK's good
doing?
people. He's good people.
Heck yeah. Yeah. You guys, I don't I end up catching up on the Vice's Discord chats
Mhm.
long after the chats have been had. So like I'm aware of what's going on, but I'm never really there for the actual chatting times. But you guys are super duper important.
Yep.
The Vice's Discord folks. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely try to keep I try to keep my updates on my progress there just so I have a one-stop shop, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad that we're
Sometimes I
all
wonder
still
if I'm a
there.
little too extra over there.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Is that I don't know. I don't know if that's possible.
Right?
Wild
Oh,
saying,
lordy.
yeah, you guys get carried away sometimes. It's okay. We ladies understand. Talking about the guns. Hello, Squabby. How you doing? Women know much more about placenta. Well, Not necessarily. I don't know all that much about placenta, but I guess I do know more about it than I do about guns. I'm a Canuck though too, so you know. What can you do?
Mm-hmm.
I said hello to Bishop and Stingy and Johnny. Good, good, good. I haven't missed anyone.
I mean, you
Lovely.
can learn about it.
Oh, yes, I can definitely learn about it. I've got so many different things going on though. I just got handed another I get my shatter when I order. It tends to come in cardboard boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that was a separate message for a stream. But yeah, and then over the month or two, as I'm working through it, I take notes and I write notes all over the boxes. Because it's handy, it's right there. My pencil's there, I can do it. But I've now got a collection of boxes with scrawl all over it that are collecting up on my fridge, on top of my fridge. So I've got a lot of things I need to learn about before I learn about guns at the moment. But yeah, we understand that sometimes you guys need to get your gun talk out. And I do know a little bit thanks to my interest in, true crime and stuff.
Yep.
Oh, Deadpool. Deadpool is
Yes.
saying, my dad rescued my mom from Canada.
Good man.
It's yeah, I was talking to someone and they didn't realize that Elon Musk is more Canadian than American. That his mom is Canadian. So he's actually South African, Canadian, and then American.
Mm.
So yeah, they didn't realize that. We've got it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility in clown world for Elon to take Doge on the road after the
I would
time
say
is
the
up.
man wanted to.
Yeah. Once his time was up over in America, he could fairly easily come into Canada and do the same thing to our government. And I think a lot of us would be very appreciative of that. And that could be a whole new business for the new age for him, right?
Mhm.
He can fund his space plane stuff with the money he makes, going in and auditing governments for the people of the countries.
If the people of the country didn't hate his guts before he even
Well, I
stepped
mean, if
foot
they
in it.
don't, they won't hire him and he doesn't do it, right? But seeing as he's a Canuck anyway, he's got Canadian blood in his veins. There's a lot of reason why it would be plausible that he would come in and do that for the Canadian government. And if he does a good job with the two, you guys and us, that would definitely make for a really good business, a good company. So just a thought, Elon, because I know you're watching. You're one of the 8 people that is watching the stream right now, Elon Musk. I know, but yeah, please think about that because our government could really use it. We could also use some help extracting ourselves from the crown. I think it's now that the Queen is gone, I think we don't need to be a part of the UK at all. We don't need to have England in our back pocket and telling us stuff. Just saying. Thanks, Elon.
Yeah, lately with all the talk that England's been putting on the table, I'm kind of looking at the UK going, guys, you're straying awful close to a particular line that we were very much saying, let's see, twice already we've said, we don't want to be involved in another European war. And now you guys are sticking your dick where it doesn't belong.
Yep.
Okay. Look,
Yep.
I'm saying if you guys are going to F around, you're going to find
You're gonna
out.
find
And you know
out.
what? I am totally happy with the idea of us leaving NATO.
Dude, I was disappointed that when he first got in and started doing his signing with his magic Sharpies, I was really excited, but disappointed when he didn't leave NATO immediately. He left the WHO, which was
Yeah.
awesome and kind of flew under the radar for a lot of people, even though I think it's phenomenal. But
Right.
he needs to step out of NATO and he needs to step out of the UN. We need to get you guys out of those things so we can then expose the corruption that is the UN.
Oh yeah, the UN. We need to leave the UN and NATO. Yeah, completely.
Yeah.
UN for sure.
Well, and see, and that's another thing too. At the end of the day, it might even be chess move smart to stay in NATO just because of the pull you've got with it. Whereas the UN is just being propped up for disgusting purposes, and it needs to go.
Here's my thing with NATO. The United States funds most of NATO.
Oh,
We
yeah.
leave. There goes everybody. There goes their logistics. There goes their supply chain. There goes all of their manufacturing. And there goes pretty much most of their money for their defense budgets.
Right. Well, and again, that's why I'm
if we
saying
leave.
it might be worth it to stay in there because you've got the pull you've got. That being said, we most definitely should be paying our fair share into that. We should also be paying our fair share into our own countries to take care of our own people and build our own military, so we don't need to rely on you to save us if some other one decides to, have a temper tantrum. So there's a lot of things we should be doing. And again, if Elon Musk wanted to come and pull a Doge stunt with our Canadian government, it would be very much appreciated. I know there's a lot of waste and bloat, and I know that there's a lot of laws out there that we can repeal if we just get the corruption out.
Yeah, that's the difficult task, though, is getting corruption out once it's so ingrained.
Yeah. Well, and
NATO, go ahead. I was going to say NATO is the only thing that scares me about NATO is if you look at what Russia's done with BRICS, almost the entirety of South America is a member of BRICS. So it's pretty much the same thing. Plus, you have Central America, and they're talking about Mexico is talking about joining BRICS too. So now you have a NATO type situation that Russia is pissed about right now with Ukraine. So
yeah, it's kind of a situation where they're both sides are really screwing around because they don't want
for World War III.
They don't want NATO countries butting up against Russia's border, but Russia is totally fine, with BRICS being right up against our border, and we're like, y'all can just F right off.
And the funny thing is, well, I guess the irony in it is in the 90s, the president of Russia was like, hey, Bill Clinton, let us into NATO. And Bill Clinton said, no. It's like, why? The Russian government might hate the United States, but the Russian people love this country.
Right.
I know Russians because of my work, and they hate Putin with a passion. You can't get them to say it out loud because they might get arrested and you'll never see them again, but they vehemently despise Putin.
Yeah. Well, he's been in charge like the bulk of my existence.
Yeah.
He like one form or the other.
94 is when the wall came down, right?
91.
91?
91, yeah.
Okay. So from shortly after that point onwards, he's been
Putin
he was in the
got
FSB
in.
Then.
I want to say 92.
He was, yeah. So he's been at least for as long as I can remember back. He's been in charge, and the nifty little game he plays of being president and then switching the government up so he can be prime minister and then switching it up and then becoming president. I mean, that's a cute little game, but he's an evil person. That's why it kills me when I have to say that in this one example, in this one specific example with Ukraine, Putin's right.
Smarter than anybody in the West. Yeah.
Well, he's right though, because it was Ukraine that started. Well, it wasn't Ukraine that started it. It was the people who bought Ukraine's government, America, and
Joe Biden.
and decided to.
UK.
No, it was before Biden.
I know,
We're
I'm
talking,
just-
way back. But so it's funny that this evil man, I still have to say, in this one example, he is actually correct, and it really bothers me. But
Well, that's the thing.
Even a
You're-
broken clock is right twice a day.
fair enough. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
But if you look at let's go backwards in time to the 60s when there was a man in charge that the vice president ended up taking out, and his name was JFK,
Fair enough.
in the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yeah.
So Russia parked nuclear bombs in Cuba. That's 90 miles from the United States. How did we react? We sent a fleet of Navy warships ready to destroy an entire island.
Hmm.
And then it got so dangerous to the point that we were about to drop bombs on the world. And then it was diffused because cooler heads presided in both countries.
Yeah.
So the crazy thing is now, Putin, when Biden was in office, was this cooler head, and he's a freaking dictator, basically.
Yeah.
And then you got Biden, who doesn't know his ass from a hole in the ground and can't walk. He walks worse than I do,
Yeah.
but he's running this country just to make money. How do you give another country 178 billion, but only 70, whatever the heck, 74 billion, I think it is at this point, is only gone to him. And then that asshole has bought what, 6 or 7 mansions, 4 of them on the African continent, from what I read. If it's true or not,
Yeah.
I think the United States has 4 mansions on the African continent.
Yeah. I don't know. I do not know anything about that. So I'd literally be talking out my ass. But I know
Might be
is
too.
the Cuban Missile Crisis, isn't that not one of the main things that made the powers that be take JFK out? Was the fact that he didn't do it?
That's what
Yeah, I
took
mean,
his
they
brother
wanted
out.
to.
Yes. 'Cause
Yeah.
Bobby Kennedy's the one that stopped that.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Was it Bobby? Okay.
Yeah.
That's my brain. I know facts, but they sometimes get jumbled up
It was
with other
A.
facts.
Kennedy.
It was A. Kennedy.
Yeah.
I was there.
'Cause, well, Bobby was the I believe he was Secretary
Secretary of Defense.
not defense. What's the other one? There's another one. He super high cabinet position. But
Yeah,
it was the Cuban Missile
um,
Crisis was right after
Yeah.
when LBJ started to take over.
Right.
Okay.
And they were still doing
Yeah,
the
LBJ
you have
was a
to
CIA
swear to
plant,
this
is all there is to it.
bullcrap and- Sorry,
Yeah.
Kaiser, what did you say?
Said LBJ was a CIA plant.
Oh, for sure.
And definitely he
Or-
was a puppet. I have to say I am inclined to what are you doing, miss? And she's not even doing the cute stuff on camera. You're not supposed to be on the table.
It's a little.
Hey, you're not supposed to be on the table.
Cats can be funny. I wish my
Um,
boxer was alive. She's hilarious.
Yeah.
Was hilarious.
Where were we? I was
LBJ.
mesmerized by the kitty cat.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
LBJ.
Yeah. I'm
CIA
of the
plant.
opinion that the Secret Service had a lot more to do with JFK's end than the CIA. I mean, they may have worked.
The CIA
in conjunction.
orchestrated it, but it was the Secret
was
Service
a-
that carried it out.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's yeah.
If you watch the video, the driver of the car shot is the one that
Yes.
shot JFK
Yep, just-
in
Yeah.
the face.
That's why they kept the Zapruder film gone for so long. They
Yep.
kept it gone until people wouldn't think about it.
And his
when I
brain
first
is
saw
missing
it,
from the National Archive that has
Yep.
the poison in it.
they rebuilt the vehicle within a week of its being the vehicle he was shot and killed in. They replaced all the parts, rebuilt it, did a whole thing to it. Yeah. And
this is
LBJ was riding in it like that.
Yep.
yeah, and that's 60s limousine. So
It
as you
was
know
like a
about
tank.
cars a little bit,
It was a
because of
tank.
Yeah.
what you have shown that you love, those cars are not built lightly. I mean, one body
No.
panel is like 60 pounds.
Yeah.
Well, it's equally, just look. I mean, we could sit there and debate about like that whole thing. I mean, I just got to say, I hate LBJ for a completely other reason other than just the whole JFK assassination, and that is the chicken tax. It is because of the
not
chicken
only
tax.
that,
I cannot buy a Toyota Hilux.
Wait. Okay. Wait. There really is what's the chicken tax? I thought you were
So
joking.
because of the chicken tax and utility vehicles, light trucks, I can't buy a Toyota Hilux in the United States, and the reason for that is that during LBJ's presidency, one of the things that happened was that there was essentially we were trying to incentivize Europe to eat more American chicken.
Okay.
And so there was actually a tariff put on chickens and light cargo vehicles. I'm not even joking here. Now here's the craziest part about it. This tariff, the chicken tax, still exists to this day. No, it has already been picked apart by people that are way smarter than I am on this subject.
Yeah.
And they look at the chicken tax and they have basically said it is a solution in search of a problem.
Sounds
It
about
has
right.
no reason of existing. But here's the kicker. It is because of that the only way that they could import Toyota trucks and a lot of these other like the Volkswagen van and a lot of that stuff like in like the 60s, 70s, whenever they could import them, was because they would bolt extra seats on them, or they would actually, in the case of like the Toyota trucks, they would put an extra seat in the back, just kind of like fold down like jump seat. Same with the Subaru Brat. Here's the funniest part about that, though. Also, to get around that, they would build the entire truck, chassis and everything overseas, ship it across the United States without a bed on it. And we would literally roll it into a factory. We would literally roll it into a warehouse, drop the bed on, throw a couple of bolts on it, and boom, out the door it went. They got around the tariff because it was America.
Yeah.
And that's the funniest part about it is, again, after they caught on to that, they adjusted things after the law was already proven to not even be effective anymore. And then they changed it. So now you cannot import foreign made utility vehicles at all. So again,
Okay.
it is because of Europeans not eating enough American chicken that I can't have a Toyota Hilux.
I never really thought about it.
So
The
wait a
fact
minute.
that there aren't any SUVs or light.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting. I
know
did
there's
not know it.
25-year importation ban. That's one of the reasons why I can't get my favorite car in the United States. I have to wait until 2030 to be able to import the one I want.
Oh.
You just gonna
But-
leave that hanging?
Yeah. What?
I showed you. You saw the picture of it the last Monday. The
Oh,
Nissan Skyline.
right, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. That's not actually.
It's a
allowed here.
2005. No. That is the left-hand or right-hand drive only. You can get the R35 here, but it's not the same.
Right. Interesting. Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah, the one you showed on stream last week, that vehicle is all-wheel steering, all-wheel drive. It's got one of the most advanced center differentials ever produced. inline six. The bottom end of that motor is stronger than its top end, so all you have to do is fix the top end a little bit, and you can go up to 1,200 horsepower with factory parts.
Wow.
So, it's
It's kinda
literally
similar
designed to go in a
to,
straight line as fast as possible.
mhm.
And they were going to import it here, and then the United States was like, "No, it's too good. You can't do that."
Hmm.
So it was banned from import, but there's a 25-year importation ban. So if it's older than 25 years old, you can import anything you want. So I don't. It's interesting that Kaiser says it's the Hilux or utility vehicles are illegal to import. So
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, it's also the reason why we can't get the new Toyota Champ. That
Yeah.
like $13,000 like bare bones Toyota truck, we can't get those because of that.
That's what we're talking about. Sorry, I
Yeah.
was trying to find
Ah,
That's my
it.
baby. If I could ever have one, I
Yeah.
would probably never drive it.
Yeah, I hadn't even noticed that the steering wheel is on the wrong side.
Correct
Yep.
side.
Yeah. Well, potato, potato.
Matter of opinion.
Yeah. You want to know the hilarious thing is, Digger? You can
What?
import that into Canada now,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
I
because
can
the
I
difference.
can purchase it from you and then import it from Canada
Interesting.
for race purposes only. But
Oh,
if I was to do it outside of that, I couldn't do it until it hit 25 years.
okay.
So
So even
the
at that, you couldn't drive it on the street until it hit the 25-year anyway.
correct.
Oh.
But it's easier actually to import from Canada
Oh,
than
I'm
it is
sure.
from Japan.
I'm sure. My
Yep.
little brother waited for his oh shoot. It was a WRX. It was a brand new one right off the boat,
Mm.
literally off the boat. I can't remember the year because I'm really bad at that. But yeah, he waited for almost 2 years, I think it was, before he got it off the boat. He was so happy when it got here, and he zipped around in it like a fool. He and I, we used to talk about becoming rally racers. He'd be the driver and I'd be the navigator. He is a really good driver, but then he got pregnant and had to sell the amazing car that he waited so long for, so that he could get a vehicle that he could put the kid in.
Priorities.
Life,
Yep.
yeah, life will get you just about every time.
Yeah. Crazy thing about this car, when you look at it, the rims, one rim is $1,500.
Wow, ouch.
The tires themselves are $1,000 a piece.
Yeah, I will never own a vehicle like that. I know what
Yeah.
my yeah, I think the newest car I ever owned was over a decade old, at least.
I
Yeah,
do
but
I do see that like somewhere in the chat though, it made me kind of laugh earlier. Somebody said, "Buy a Ford, you commie."
I work for
I
Ford.
went.
Buy
I'm
anything I
sitting here
get.
like, do you know who
I
Henry Ford was
I
besties
think
with in the 40s
there it is,
and
Deadpool.
after?
Yeah, he knows exactly what he's saying. And I actually covered that. I read that in my reading stream. The first book I ever read was Behold a Pale Horse, and
Mhm.
within it was that whole treatise or whatever you want to call it. That I love that he put it into the owner's manuals. That was, you know,
You know the
I
hilarious thing is we're speaking about that. So my company is owned by Ford. We're a wholly owned subsidiary of Ford Motor Company. So my
oh,
company does rapid prototyping, and that's what Ford bought. So the funniest part about it is when you look at Ford's history, just like in Germany, from 1938 to 1945, there's a blank spot in the history. In Ford's manufacturing history, there's a blank spot from 1936 to 1942.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, "What's this? Where'd this go?" And it's like you do know that Henry Ford sold Hitler tons of metal to build the Panzer, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
in the Tiger
Mhm.
tanks and
Oh yeah, old Henry Ford was besties with the H-Man.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
People
You
don't
know,
want to
it's
admit that, and people don't want to, understand that part of
yeah.
their history. It's like, yeah, Henry Ford was pretty cozy with the Yahtzee people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh well, Ford's a great American manufacturing company. Like, is it really?
Yeah. Well, it is.
They're pretty
And to
good
be
at
fair,
building
a
shit.
lot of those Yahtzee higher ups, the smart, intelligent ones, ended up working for your government in
Yeah,
many different
Operation
areas.
Paperclip.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, one
exactly.
specific area that Mighty loves,
Yeah, the one area that Mighty loves so much. And
Yeah,
I
so yeah, apparently never asked Werner von Braun which plant he used to work at and what they used to do to their lowest performing employees.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
amazing.
Yeah, they got the map treatment, and I mean literally got the nailed to the wall treatment.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good time.
Hi, Brian. How you doing?
Hey
How's it
Brian,
going?
how's it
Doing
going,
well.
buddy?
Hello.
I kind of love the fact that you got the green screen and your shirt has
And-
the Homer thing.
Yeah,
and it's
Homer's still-
disappearing into your
Mhm.
background.
And that's why I got the shirt, frankly.
Love it.
That's awesome.
I saw the shirt, decided I needed the shirt.
Yeah.
Peak.
Oh, we've got lots of information in the chat talking about leaving NATO and communism and all sorts of fun stuff. JFK was killed because Bobby was Attorney General.
There we go.
Attorney General was the one.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Bobby began pursuing the mob, and JFK said he was going to destroy the CIA. So they killed JFK, stopped Bobby. And then Bobby ran for president and they killed him. So he couldn't avenge his brother's assassination. Yep.
Did they really
Yep.
kill him, or did he just hit a tree?
All of this just goes kind of like right over my head because I've
mean-
got like 8 other things to worry about in my daily life.
Well, and then
Oh, I
Wild
understand
comes
that
in
completely.
and just totally realized that we had squirreled completely. We went from JFK
And
to
the sad-
Toyota trucks.
The sad part is those two things make total sense when you understand the context.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because JFK, then to LBJ, then to the Toyota
Boom,
Hilux.
boom,
It's-
boom, boom.
It just rungs on a ladder.
And it's not our fault you're so young, Brian. You gotta
Yes,
get
we
up
went-
on your knowledge of history. If you don't know history, you're gonna fall for it again, and you're gonna
Yeah, we were literally
gonna do it all
discussing
over
the JFK assassination and how that eventually went to a tax on European chicken that led to the fact that I cannot buy a Toyota Hilux in the United States.
What is
Yes.
a Toyota Hilux?
It's a
It's a
utility vehicle,
It's a truck.
like a miniature truck. So think a Ranger, actually a little smaller than a Ranger.
Is
Except
that the
they-
Toyota truck that you
they're-
see in anime a lot?
It's
Yes.
the Toyota truck that you see in mostly the Terry people, them driving around with interesting what do you want to call it? Improvised artillery strapped to it.
Oh,
Technicals.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sounds like a good fucking plan. Let's get
Well,
six
here's the
of
thing
them.
though, because the Hilux has been tested and tested and tested, and it is almost impossible to kill these fucking things.
Thank you.
That's why Toyota Camrys are some of the best cars.
I
if you
should
take care
know.
of 'em.
You have a Toyota Camry.
Yeah.
See, the only reason why I got rid of mine was because the low pressure AC line is kind of buried a little bit. So, and I didn't want to pay like $2,000 to fix the AC.
Roll the
Yeah,
window.
it's the thing with the AC. Yeah, it
lady.
does suck, but that's only sucks if you get stuck in traffic a lot. Because it will the AC will only kick on and start charging up if the car is moving.
Oh,
So, yeah.
well, you see, because I had such a huge hole in it, I could put
Oh.
Freon in there. It'd be gone out within like several seconds.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, not
So
to interrupt. I'm
yeah.
gonna have to bounce out for a little bit. I'll be right back. I
Okay.
have to
Okay.
take care of a few
Have fun,
things.
brother.
So
Hey, P.
Okay.
I'll be
Talk
back
to you
though.
later.
However
Stay
the hell
safe.
I
Don't
hit
drown.
stop. Oh, there we go.
Stay safe, don't drown. Wise words, Brian. Wise words.
The wisest.
Speaking of which, Brian, I was telling Digger earlier. I won't tie everything up too much on this, but chapter 9 is in the can, and 10 is already starting, and I've officially crossed the threshold. I am about halfway through rewriting the original manuscript, and I've already surpassed its original length.
Define in the can, as in you took it and threw it away.
No, I mean it's
No,
done.
no. It's
Oh,
done.
it's done.
Yeah.
'Cause
I'm
you
here,
said
I'm
in
just
the
pouring
can.
coffee.
The old film term.
I can.
I
Yeah.
No,
I
yeah.
don't know movie terminology because I am a layman.
Well, especially in the can. That's an old film term. Well, it's old enough of a term that Brian's too young to know it.
You're lucky if I can read, frankly.
Dude, yeah, apparently. There was
the
a
current reading
story
rates.
talking about the chick who she was an honor student, and then she sued her high school because she was functionally illiterate, even though she was an
Yep.
honor student.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Wild.
We have this big problem of kids can't read for some stupid reason.
But I gotta ask, if you're an honor student, couldn't you teach yourself how to read? Like,
No, because reading's not a skill that you can just kind of teach yourself.
well, you watch Sesame Streets, you get yourself things from the elementary school, like she's an honor student. Come on now.
But you're also saying that she was functionally illiterate. She wasn't completely, just functionally.
Just functionally. Well, yeah, I don't know. That's even
Like-
worse in my opinion.
Like, I'm able to understand some pretty deep text, but you throw Shakespeare in front of me, I'm going to read that the curtains are red. I'm not going to read that, like, he was angry at something. I take everything very, very literally, which, frankly, that's functionally illiterate to some people.
It's just a little bit of metaphor and allegory, simile, that
Yeah.
kind of
Fuck
thing.
'em.
Well, yeah, and fair enough. No one knows that anymore, anyways. Grammar
except apparently
and
writers.
punctuation went out. Yeah, Grammarly, stuff like that. People don't have a clue. And then autocorrect. My God, autocorrect is just ridiculous. I'm starting to think autocorrect is fucking up on purpose.
Oh,
make us
it's
dumber.
really, really bad. I turned off autocorrect on most everything.
I missed a cue.
Yep.
And then so if it changes words on me, like without me having to actually do it myself, I turn that off immediately.
It hates me because I spell in Canadian. So like labor or honor, it's an
aluminium.
That's it's spelled the same. It's just a pronunciation. And no, I don't say aluminium. That's just silly.
Also, by the way, if
Neighbor.
you hear anything interesting, as in it's not my microphone or it's not me talking but it's coming from my mic, I apologize. It's my 3D printer. Yeah, because I'm printing something for work. And I spent a lot of time today during especially during Johnny's stream trying to get this thing up and running.
Yeah.
It's going really slow, so it's not super loud.
Yeah, I can't hear anything.
Perfect. That's how I want it.
Lady was saying, fun fact, my mom went to see JFK in Dallas that day. She had left by the time it happened, but she was there. That's cool. Her mom was born and raised in Dallas, Texas.
I was in Florida when that rocket exploded and killed people.
Yay.
Challenger or Discovery, one of the two, whichever one was like in like the early 2000s.
That would have been
04.
Discovery. Challenger was in the late 80s, I think.
Yeah, that one.
Early 90s. I think it was late 80s, so.
Thought there was like a couple different challengers too, which is the fucking worst part.
Lazy says yay, or lazy. Lady says yay to Kaiser Pineapple. Good to see you. She's waving. And then she says, oh, geez, how old is Brian?
Oh, it was in 03 and it was the Columbia. And how old am I? I'm 27, 28, somewhere in there, 29, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
He's a baby.
I'm somewhere in an age where I'm old enough to drink, but not old enough to care.
Oh, Gen Z.
Yeah,
Here you go.
Age is but a number when everything's crashing down around me because of the fucking boomers. Thank you.
Trust me, we all mutually hate them.
Yeah, Deadpool's saying my kids can't even write in cursive, even their signatures.
I learned how to write cursive, but I don't have to write cursive enough to actually be able to be good at it. I can read cursive just fine. Because like, so when my grandmother was in a nursing home and, you know, actively getting worse and worse, she had tremors, obviously. So she would like write notes and stuff to me and whatnot, like in cards and whatnot. And I had to learn how to kind of read that again.
Yeah.
Because it was really sloppy cursive.
Yeah. Yeah. No, my cursive is part cursive, part just normal lettering. I actually I never officially was graduated from the pencil to the ink pen. I just graduated, like I passed grade 4. So I just went on, but the teacher that year refused to graduate me to ink because my cursive was not good enough in pencil.
If you gave me a pen right now, I could write it in cursive. It wouldn't be great. I'm a little out of practice, but I could still do it.
And that's the thing. Out of practice is a thing. Like my penmanship as a whole is kind of garbage.
Mine too.
Because I don't write letters. I write pretty pictures, like a lot of hexagons and lines.
Yeah, and it's interesting because as somebody who does a lot of writing, I do most of mine on the computer.
Yeah.
I can't, because I get really bad like wrist cramps if I try to write for too long. The way I hold my pencil or pen whenever I write, my wrist cramps up really quick.
Ooh,
whereas if I draw with the same hand, if I sketch, I don't have the same problem because I hold my pencil differently.
It's different, yeah.
But I can't hold my pencil the same way when I sketch as whenever I write. I can't do the two things. They're very mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
Believe me, I've tried. And it's one of those, like, just because of that and everything, I can type for hours on end. But to try and write, yeah, I get frustrated because my speed as a writer, like writing, is way below my speed as a typist. Because as a typist, I'm somewhere in the ballpark of 60 to 70 words a minute ish.
Oh, that's not bad. No, it's really good.
I mean, that's been a while since I've tested myself, but I think I'm right. Yeah, in that like range of like, about 70 words a minute ish. Probably higher if I really checked, but you know.
Mr. Q, I've cut off fingers and I have better handwriting than 90% of the people I know.
Right.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, no, we got this guy at work whose handwriting is so bad where like in just regular printed English, like you can't read anything. Like his numbers are impossible to read.
Yeah, there's been a few people that I have had the displeasure of having to work on their claims, and they've sent them to me, and their handwriting is so atrocious. It's not so much writing as it is vomiting with a pen.
Yes. Yeah. Well, and they've grown up using autocorrect, so you know it's atrocious anyway. It's like it's just being reinforced.
Like, I mean, the fact that people can't properly use your, there is just kind of awful. Like, come on, just contractions are Is that the right word?
Yes, that's a
Contractions are two words that are kind of spliced together with an apostrophe.
I
Yeah.
wanted to make sure I wasn't doing something stupid like Brian. You know, that's just it's only used when women are having, you know, in labor. I'm like, oh,
Not
oops,
that
not
bad.
again. But no, like the fact that kids nowadays don't know like basic contractions properly is just awful.
Yeah. Oh, Los Federales,
Yeah.
good to see you. Sorry I'm late, boss. Cops came to my house to speak to me because I hit a moose with my car over the weekend while I was out tapping some maple trees in preparation for the upcoming spring. Well, Los Federales, since you were doing it on company time, you just any costs, you just hand that on up the chain and we'll cover it for you.
Yeah, but
It's
make sure that
definitely
moose
work
gets
related.
the Doc 4. Doc
Yeah.
4.
Oh, right.
It's very, we can sell that.
The man who's
I need to
thinking.
know, did you at least get the moose?
That's
Or did
yeah,
the
that's
moose
exactly it.
win?
He'd better have gotten that there, Moose, because we've got a business to run. Gosh
Yeah.
darn it. That moose
I
carcass
keep
is gonna
telling my wife, I
offset
said,
some of the crash issues.
I keep telling my wife, this is the, you know, that there's a reason why I always carry a little extra oomph in my, glove box in case I hit a deer, because that deer's not walking away.
No.
Right. You
No.
want to put that thing out of its misery, because if it goes through your windshield, it's gonna die within a couple of steps.
I
You
don't know.
just-
I've rolled
no,
a couple over my car
food.
before, and they've got up and ran away.
Yeah, but then they don't make it far after that.
Oh no. Oh, Indiana deer. This is not Illinois deer.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yours
They
are
will
like twice the
total.
size of ours.
Yeah, they will total a car and then get up and walk away,
walk off.
and they'll
Yeah.
be fine.
We've got
Yeah.
Bambi, so like both the car's totaled and the deer is dead.
AP,
Yeah.
I write like Michael J. Fox now.
Before or after he was
no.
comatose.
What do you mean? He's not comatose?
He was for a little while.
No way. What?
I thought they medically put him under for like a long while after he had his stroke.
Really?
That's why he was not in the public eye for so long.
Oh, okay.
Unless that's conspiracy theory and I'm just wrong.
I think that might be conspiracy theory.
Did you hear he got a new advertisement deal with Kraft, though?
Pardon?
Yeah, Kraft Foods. You hear he got an advertisement deal with them?
No.
You know, for shake and
what?
bake.
Oh.
I saw where you were going with that.
I had no idea. The problem is your moose is your ex-wife.
Oh,
we're gonna have a harder time selling that at the store then.
I love that.
I can't help you with that one then, and the bills we cannot cover. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry. We don't cover murder unless it's of the child's laborers, you know.
We'll stand in solidarity, but with no financial aid whatsoever.
But we'll still sell the meat. We just, won't pay for it.
That's with the heads out back, the heads that rolled today. Actually, remember the heads that we're going to be rolling? We're going to be put out the back door. Kaiser, you have zero idea what we're talking about, and it's this big. So, there's another streamer, Johnny Crutches. He's Johnny. Anyway, so
Johnny
he
Gay,
does a
yeah.
stream. Yeah, I've started joining him for his Wednesday morning streams. His chat has decided that he runs certain companies and businesses off the books. One of them is selling a futon, maybe bunches of futons. Sometimes it's just the one specific futon. But then that kind of barrel rolled. We've got the Gorilla Milking Company. Actually, the Gorilla Milking Company came first. Jay Bra is our OG milker. He helped Johnny set up the first warehouse. So either which way, he's also got an exotic meat market now. And in the exotic meat market, we sell exotic meat, and there was some issues and a fire on dock 2, and some of our youngest workers passed, as well as some of the
Well, they
and
didn't pass. We just kind of we had to get rid of them because they were illegal. So we
We
could
just
either
kind of
sell
stopped
them.
feeding them. There was a self-correcting problem.
well,
Well,
yeah,
the ones that we didn't sell, we turned into burgers.
yeah, and then there was an issue and a fire and some heads needed to roll, but we need to make money everywhere we can. So those heads were going out the back door to be sold out the back door of the exotic meat
Joy.
business. So that's why
I'm,
we're saying now his moose of a wife, he still needs to bring that meat to the company.
No, so wait, no. The porcupines, no, the porcupines go to dock 5. The pangolins, I thought we should have gotten delivered to dock 4 like late yesterday or early this morning. So they should need to be offloaded before the refrigeration unit dies out. No, porcupines go to 5.
Yeah. we make a lot of jokes about the various and sundry companies and businesses, and then of course he gets upset, and because of course, yeah, the IRS
is on them.
on to him. They want to see where these
FBI.
ill-gotten gains are.
Yeah.
ICE, don't forget ICE.
Called Still, it recast his entire life and struggle with Parkinson's. Interesting.
Look,
I did not know
yeah.
about that.
And let me clarify that my grandfather actually passed away with Parkinson's.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I know what I'm saying here. I know
Yeah.
what it does. And chances are genetically I'm going to end up with it and die from it. Just saying.
Okay. Well, that's he's kind of like not only is he a Canadian hero, but he's a BC hero, like Ryan Reynolds. So I've always looked up to him. Although it turns out, unfortunately, he is one of them. Actually, let me take this off the screen so you can see more than just I'm not Wilson. There we go. He's one of them because one of the people, he was one of the people that get the award, the Medal of Honor or whatever that Biden was handing out in his final days. The highest award a civilian can get from the American government. But he got one of them, which means that he's in it with them because they don't award people who aren't one of them, right? Those awards and stuff, they go to people who have helped the cause.
So is that why Bill Nye the Science Guy got one?
He's a whole nother can of worms, and there's a whole lot of stuff going on with him, isn't there? Like in his real life, didn't he do some bad, naughty things?
I know he did a rap about sex junk, whoa, and then even or whatever. I don't know.
Okay, I've never heard of that.
Oh,
Presidential Medal of Freedom. Thank you, Mr. Q.
There was a show on Netflix called Bill Nye Saves the World, and they had this woman on there who did an entire song and dance about her cooter, about how it apparently talks to her.
Really?
Yeah. And that it can be either or because gender is fluid or some bullshit like that. I don't know.
Yeah, it was pretty whacked out.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
And then the best part about the entire thing is right before there's like a really shitty bass drop, Bill Nye just goes. It was the greatest shit post ever because I truly believe that he doesn't truly believe it. He just needs to be paid because he fucked up in his regular life.
Yeah. Yes, he did. And Johnny, they are not lies. They are not lies, and we know they are not lies because you just launched a merch shop to sell merch for the meat market.
Yeah,
if
it's
the
true.
Meat market didn't exist, you wouldn't need to sell shirts for it.
With the cuck ham.
Right? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That one's funny. That one's funny.
I have so many questions.
That line is so good. Johnny, you're here. Can you Oh, wait a minute.
Johnny, send
Shit
me
on a
your
stick.
send your shit so we can
Yeah, send
so
him
we can
send him
show
the merch
Cuckham
link
shirt.
so that we can do this right there, Johnny.
DM it
I
to me
am
because
so
you will probably
confused.
get banned off the channel.
Just wait. He's the shirt is really good. It's really funny, and I'm just waiting for YouTube to. Oh, it takes forever for YouTube chat box to open. It's a pain in the ass.
following has been closed captioned for the reality impaired.
Yeah, thank you. Oh,
Yeah.
come on and open.
Oh wait, did you send it to Digger? Digger,
Oh,
do you
did
have
he?
it?
Did he?
I don't know.
Gotta
Maybe,
go
maybe
look.
not. Maybe he's in the middle of a hunt because I see he's playing Monster Hunter, but he's
He
not
could be
playing with
doing that
me,
too.
asshole.
No, he didn't send it to me. I'm still waiting for YouTube to open. Because of course I didn't write it down. The link to the merch shop. I didn't. Yeah, he's in the chat still. 521, 520. He just wrote the shirt as a gag. Johnny, drop your freaking link. Would you already, please?
Thank you, Johnny. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you.
Plug your shit.
Plug your merch.
Share screen, window.
Lost Federales. I liked the dude once upon a time too, but yeah, the more we learned, the more we realized that he was talking out his ass about everything.
Show the mug because the mug's got the best picture.
Yes. Johnny's Exotic Meat Market, home of the cuckham for when you'd rather watch them eat.
I want to buy this mug.
Especially I figure, yeah, that one would be up your alley as a cook. So yeah, that's just one of the many merch things. He's got a few things up right now. He's going to be adding to it as time goes on. He's got a few things to add to it this week. But yeah. The black mug with white writing will be out Friday.
Thank God. Get it out sooner than Friday and I'll buy it immediately because I'd rather have a black mug than a white mug because, you know, black power.
Black power, right? I love that he's blending the races just so freely and in your face.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Can we get a yellow one for the Asians in the crowd?
Yeah. Or it can be a gray mug with yellow writing.
Ooh.
Yeah. See? Oh my goodness. The YouTube chat will never open. The YouTube bubble. I've even refreshed and I'm still waiting for it.
I like the whole idea of home on the cuckham. That's the funniest shit to me. Speaking of cuckham, Kaiser, what'd you think about my about the food that I put in your Discord?
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it looks actually really good. I mentioned it. It looks way better than what I had to eat that night, and I actually was like, actually, I'm down for that. I would try it.
I finally got to try out the butcher that's down the street from me. Basically, if I there's a terrible intersection between trying to get home and into my wife's work, right? If I take a right, it's not bad. If I take a left, I'm screwed and I hate my life. But so I decided to okay, well, I'm gonna try out this place, see if it's any good. And frankly, the meat was not super expensive. It was maybe a little pricey. But
probably for a custom cut butcher, yeah.
It wasn't super custom, but it was definitely better than like a Jewel.
Well, I noticed that it was all trussed up and it was actually tied. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
It looked. What cut was that, by the way?
Chuck.
Really? That's a chuck roast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense for what you said. Poor man's burn-ins. Chuck roasts make fantastic burn-ins if you make them right. So yes, that looks good. That okay. I will say for a chuck roast, nice.
It took like 6 hours.
Oh yeah, that's a thick cut of meat, especially when it's tied up like that. Oh yeah, it's going to take a lot longer than normal. But I mean, the end result. I mean, just so good.
Yeah. Federales,
What?
I'm a burnt potato, black on the outside, white on the inside.
Mm.
Yo,
Aw.
same.
Oh, speaking of really good recipes there, Brian, I have a really great recipe I'd love to share with you. If you have a sous vide, it's amazing.
I don't have a
they're
sous
actually
vide.
really cheap. They're really cheap. Sous vide, cheap.
You
Super
can make
easy.
them at home too.
Yes.
Interesting.
Medium rare beef ribs.
All right. Can we make it well done and I'll be happy?
No. And there's a
Oh.
reason for that. Because it takes 3 days to make them.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah. So you basically will, do all your seasoning, your rub, all that kind of stuff. Throw it on a smoker or a, whatnot for 4 to 6, like probably about 4 hours. Let it get some nice smoke on it. Pull it off, vac seal it, throw it immediately into a sous vide for 3 days.
Oh my God.
It cooks the meat through entirely. But if you don't get it above like a certain temperature, which is about 129 degrees Fahrenheit, you leave it at 129, which the sous vide will maintain perfectly the entire time. You pull that thing out of the bag, perfect, medium rare, so moist, so delectable, and it is a luxury eating experience.
Las
I'm,
Federales is questioning, is sous vide really that amazing? I mean, no char,
Okay.
no smoke.
Yes, it doesn't. You do not get the char or the smoke. Here's the thing with sous vide cooking. It's a 2-step process. If you do the initial cook with the sous vide, it's fine. And then you take it off, and then I will actually do a sear on it with either a torch or my grill or, something like that. Or I'll even pan sear it. So it depends on what you want to do, like how you want it done. A lot of times when I do steak, if it's like winter and it's like cold as hell outside and I don't want to fire up the grill, I'll sit there and do my my steaks in the sous vide, throw those immediately into a ripping hot cast iron pan with some butter and throw a little sprig of thyme, throw a little garlic on that, and then just flip it a couple of times. Get that nice little Maillard reaction crust on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
It's not smoked. It's not, traditional like grilling cooking, but it still makes a fantastic steak. Personally, I'm a smoke guy. I love smoking, stuff on my big old offset or on my 22-inch kettle grill. Love, searing stuff on that, like a proper grilling experience. But yeah, it's a lot of like having the right tool for the job and knowing what you want to do with what you got. Like I said, during the wintertime, it's like 20 degrees and snowing and, stuff like that. I don't want to fire up the grill. I can if I want to. Sometimes I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I'm doing steaks, I'm just going to.
I had
do it
that
a different way.
conversation the other day. The amount of propane that we burn through trying to get the barbecue up to temperature to cook a couple steaks in the wintertime, it's just not worth it. You just, you sear it on both sides and then chuck it in the oven and just let it do its thing there.
Yeah, I'd say my dad, he'll actually he'll use a pellet grill. And then if he wants extra smoke on it, they've got those like smoke tubes where you basically you light it on one end. It's like a cigar. It burns through. It just smokes, and you get a lot more smoke that way. So you can kind of get the best of both
That's
worlds.
cool.
It's still not as smoky as an offset, but it does really good.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to have smokers or grills, so I'm kind of stuck with an oven and a stovetop.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
Wild
you're gonna get
says,
yourself a griddle, and then you get really good at hibachi.
Hibachi.
Wild says, I have to
Technically, it's
leave you,
teppanyaki, but whatever.
you young, all-knowing oracles to your boomer hate, she's saying. Thank you, Wild. You be well. She says, this was sad. She's feeling kind of old. I'm sorry, hun. we'll have a good old fashioned jaw about JFK. Maybe when Mighty and I finish the Mystery Babylon series, we can move into the JFK mystery.
Yikes.
Hello again, AP.
Hi, AP.
Hey guys, sorry about that.
Oh, he's
Oh, no
fine.
worries.
Don't worry about it.
Y'all good, dude?
MS, man. Takes me forever to go anywhere in the house.
Yeah. Federalis is saying, I normally get my local butcher to give me some extra fat trimmings, and I render that on the frying pan. Add kosher salt to the steak, a little pepper, and then start frying. Top it off
Get
with
some
rosemary.
tallow. Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
I usually
Yes,
do
we've
20%
got
pork
many
fat.
talented people in the chat.
Oh, I'm not talented. I just threw shit in an oven
I
and called
said
it
in the
good.
chat.
Oh,
Yeah. Mr. Q says, well, we're just getting in all over you. Brian, I thought you said you were in Chicago, not North Korea. How the fuck can you not use the grill?
insurance purposes for my apartment.
Yeah.
Mm,
They don't want me to burn down my apartment. I mean, I guess.
yeah, fair
Gotta
enough.
get that indoor grill like my uncle has in Florida.
Indoor grill. Good Lord.
Yep.
I'm a klutz. I would end up doing something wrong and burning the place down anyways, even if it's meant to be inside. I'm
It's
sure.
I think almost impossible with the one that he has, because if it tips, it shuts off. There's
So
no
it's a space
actual-
heater.
Yeah, it's basically. I think the last time I looked at it, there's a flame, but it's not like an oven or a stove.
What does it run on?
Gas.
Natural gas?
Oh, I
Okay.
can't plug that in then. I don't have the hookups to figure that out type of thing.
It's propane natural gas. I'll have to
Oh,
ask
like a
him.
little propane tank.
Yeah, it's literally just a
It's a
propane
camp.
tank,
It's a camp stove.
sort of, but it literally says for indoor grilling. So I'll have to ask him.
Mm-hmm.
He made
Yeah,
one of the best
that's
salmon
interesting.
fillets I've ever had on it with Sweet Baby Ray's on it. So
Ooh.
That's one thing I need to test or taste this Sweet Baby Ray's. I've heard about it, and the meme was hilarious.
We have an entire Sweet Baby Ray's restaurant you can go to when you come here.
Really? Wow. Is the steak
Yeah.
any good though?
It's fine.
Yeah, no, see. I say, is the steak any good? No, it's fine. It's not a good steak place. That's
Steak
not
is a
good
very,
steak
very
place.
specific type of thing. You only need really 3 things for a proper steak. You need fire, salt, and meat. That's it.
Right.
It's like fire, salt, steak. That's it. Now, if you want to get fancy, you add a little bit of pepper, a little bit of black pepper, and a little bit of garlic powder. That's it.
Ooh. The Guga steak special.
Oh yeah, you know the Guga steak. Yeah,
I know the Guga steak.
I can make a Guga steak. I have the sous vide. I've got the grill. I've got all the other little implements. Yeah, I can do it.
I do a
It's amazing.
peppercorn medley on my steaks.
Mm.
So I just like all the different peppers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Los Federales is saying get an air fryer if you can't do much in your apartment.
I have one of those.
That too. Those are good.
You know, that is one of the few things I do not have.
Yeah, it's
Get the
one of the-
Cuisinart one. The Ninja is pretty decent, but the Cuisinart one was stainless steel, so there's no chemical transfer.
Nice.
Okay.
Not cheap though.
Yeah.
Oh no, they're not cheap at all.
Nothing
Never
ever
are.
is these days, let alone if it's a good quality. At that rate, can you even light candles in your place, Brian?
Yes, but I don't like candles.
Yeah, he's got a fro. If you can't tell, we don't want any accidental fires. Just walking past a candle and.
Oh, that's not the biggest problem. I just I don't like the smell of candles generally.
Oh.
Are you talking to just like scented or unscented candles?
Scented ones.
Oh,
Oh, you can get
And me
unscented.
and my wife can never agree on what scents to have.
you should try. You should get yourself some 100% beeswax candles. They
Yeah,
burn
Caranova,
longer,
yeah,
they
that's
burn
good.
cleaner, and they just smell. It's like a smell, but it's not really a smell to it.
Then
So
what's the point in
very
having a candle?
Light.
for ambience, for lights.
Yeah, it's just the wax too. Is what.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
don't give a shit about that then.
Well, never mind then.
Don't show them up for smells.
Oh, okay. I always liked the apple pie candle. You light it, it looks like an apple pie. You light it, and it smells like an apple pie.
Sounds great.
Oh, yeah,
There's a
really, really nice. Or the
maple
chocolate chip
syrup
cookies.
beeswax candle that I have had. It's gone now, but that thing was amazing.
Yeah, maple
Yeah.
syrup beeswax.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting.
It's made here. You can get it from Frankenmuth. I don't even know if you can anymore,
Oh.
but Frankenmuth's
Interesting.
where they have Bronner's, the Christmas store.
I have
in
no idea.
Michigan. Mighty would know if he was in here.
Oh, is it the one that they used to use in all the 80s Christmas movies?
No.
No? Okay.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm not 100% certain, but all I know is if you want to go to a Christmas store and they only sell Christmas things, that's Bronner's here in Michigan. So
Okay. Yeah, it sounds
Cool.
familiar for some reason.
yeah, you might be right. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Christmas. It normally when I look at my bank account, I go, "Yeah, I have money," and then it's like, "Oh, it's Christmas time. I have no more money."
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, the Christmas cheer lasts until the bill comes.
Uh-huh. Yeah. No, I'm pretty lucky. The only reason Christmas gets celebrated in my extended and mixed family is because of the kids, and most of the kids are past the point of Santa,
Yeah.
at the least, or old enough to understand Christmas actually comes from mom and dad, and they can understand it's not really as important a thing. So I don't have to spend all that much money on Christmas anymore. It's very nice. The kids kids get it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
you-
and the family, we always just buy like for whoever's younger than you type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So like my cousin's kids get bought for.
Yeah.
well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Me personally, I just spend $200 on my brother and my parents each.
Oh,
And
well, my brother and parents are part of a separate pool. I was talking more extended family, cousins and stuff.
yeah, my extended family, they're lucky to get a hello from me. So I love them,
Yeah.
but at Christmas time, I'm sorry, they haven't bought me a present since I turned 20. They're not getting a present from me. I don't care how old they are.
True.
Well, that's kind of it. We're all adults for the most part in my family. The kids, like I said, are the bulk of them are old enough to understand what Christmas is really about. So we don't even bother getting each other gifts anymore. There's if I were on the coast, I could go to the family dinner on Christmas Eve, and there's the gag gifts, the
Yeah.
Secret Santa gag gifts, and then you have to, and that's a lot of fun. But there's no point in spending money on a bunch of family members on stuff that they don't necessarily want or need. And put yourself into debt for when we could all just come together for a meal and enjoy each other's company. So
Well,
Right.
here's the thing that I always do, and I've always told folks in my family: if it's not something that is on, I make an Amazon list,
Mhm.
like all the things that I really could use or have like a purpose. Like I want this for a reason, and I keep telling them, here's the list. Pick something. There's plenty of variants. Don't deviate from it, and you'll be fine. Because it's always whenever they deviate from the list, they always pick something that I have no use for. makes no sense to get me and have no issue, or I have no purpose for it.
Mhm.
And it happens every year. Somebody goes off script. Not going to name names. I know who. Goes off script every year. And as much as I love them, that gift always ends up either being sold on Facebook Marketplace or goes somewhere else to somebody else before the new year.
Right.
Yeah.
I hate to be that guy, but it's just like, why do I need this? Well, I thought it was nice. I'm like, did you stop to think and ask yourself if I would like it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's been really nice not having to buy Christmas presents for the adults for years now, like a long time now. I have not bought like a Christmas present for my little brother or my parents. It's it's just not needed. But then I mean it's like pulling teeth just talking to each other, reaching out to one another every once in a blue moon. So really, yeah, Christmas presents is pushing it.
Right.
Hey, D, what? How's it
Hi,
going?
D, what? How you
Hey,
doing?
what? What's happening, buddy?
And MJ saying, or you have 3 of them already, Kaiser. Right.
I mean, the hilarious thing is because I was finishing a build. My brother's like, "What do you want for Christmas?" So I sent him a link. He shows up Christmas morning, and that's the exact thing that he bought. And he's like, "You need to tell me what you want more." I was like, "That was $195.
Right.
Thank
You
you.
don't have to buy me anymore. Trust me."
Yeah. Yeah.
So, or the sauna my parents bought me this year, which would be amazing if I can get a spot cleared out for it after selling all the crap that I can't use anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, like I try to like do nice things for my family like as the year kind of goes, but it's not like, $150 for a like something random that my parents won't use, my dad won't use probably like once. But like so my brother, he just got finished with some kind of training for his work. But it was like more like school than training type of thing cuz government stuff, obviously. So like to congratulate him for finishing that, I got him a like a trading card that he got stolen from him like years ago. So then I put it in
Oh,
like a
okay.
nice like hard case, 3D printed like a stand for it, and gave that to him like when I saw him the next time.
That's cool.
Or like
Yeah, see, that's awesome.
Mhm.
yeah. But I try to do that type of thing for like year, like kind of as the year goes, so I don't drop like $500 on Christmas,
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's made our family it's made Christmas a heck of a lot easier. When the only ones you have to worry about is the kids, and it's a given, we're not going to be getting presents from each other, but it's okay because, we rarely get the things that we want or need anyways. And it's so much easier to get through the Christmas season. And the only major bills you have to cover are the meals. It makes it a
Right.
lot easier to get through.
It's also always easier to give money. I don't know what to buy you. Here's $200 or $100 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At a certain point,
it
yeah.
annoys the hell out of me when somebody in my family, I say do that, and they're like, no, you need to have a gift that you can open on Christmas. And I'm like, it needs to be special. I'm like, money is special.
Yeah.
Because I can
It
use
is.
it to get shit. Okay,
Cash
well,
is
maybe
king.
if I get you a gift card for just give me the
No,
fucking
not a
cash.
gift card, please.
Give me the goddamn cash.
Yeah.
Lately,
I
what
may
I've
want to
been-
pay a bill for crying out loud. Just give me the gas.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, the best
Normally-
gift you can give is bill payment.
Yes.
Hey, any little bit counts.
Exactly.
Pay my
into that.
electricity for December. That would be lovely.
Now, lately, what I've been doing is prior to this stupid disease, I would bake like a Thanksgiving pumpkin roll, or for Christmas I would make a Yule log, and then I'd make it look all fancy and everything, and we'd pull it out of the freezer and let it heat up a little bit, and then everybody would have a piece and then die from a sugar coma. But one of the things I can do is bake with the best of them. The problem is I can't stand to do it long enough anymore.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
All that has stopped, and everybody's like, "Aren't you ever gonna bake this stuff again?" I'm like, "No, because I can't have it and I can't stand to cook it."
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's I don't know. I can't say often enough just how much or how little stress I have to deal with during the holiday season when people are running around stressed to the max and spending more money than they've got, trying to make everything perfect. I'm just sitting at a home and it's just any other day of the week, and it's lovely. It is really lovely. The only thing I would like to keep from Christmas, I mean, if we could just get rid of it altogether, maybe have a second Halloween, because Halloween's actually fun. It's a dress up for adults day,
It's fun to drink at. Yeah.
Well, no, it's fun to dress up. Even people who don't drink or do drugs enjoy dressing up every now and again, in a
No, I don't.
costume.
I haven't dressed for Halloween in God knows how long.
Wow, I still dress for Halloween.
I go as myself.
We don't get any kids, and I live alone, and I still dress for Halloween.
Last
Yeah,
Halloween, I just put a Michael Jordan jersey on, some shorts, some red shoes, and called myself Hair Jordan.
Totally phoned it in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I got
just
the
Yeah.
I've got the build. I just throw on some khaki shorts. My Hawaiian shirt. It's got the flames on the on the ends, and spike my hair. That's about it. That's as far as I go.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I don't do any of that. I just say, "Hey, happy Halloween."
yeah.
Normally I'm hunting on Halloween. So
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. You're a hunter. That's ripe, ripe time for hunting.
heck yeah, it is 2 weeks before the rut, and deer are moving later in the day.
Mm-hmm.
It's also fun to get out in October.
It's also nice out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, DY, I don't need to go to New York City to dress for Halloween parade. Or to be shocked rather. Vancouver does a very shocking parade.
Is it getting dressed up or getting dressed off?
Yeah, I think that's probably New York City. I'm thinking it's probably going to be a whole lot of skimpiness. Although New York City, it'd be
wouldn't
cold by
complain.
that time of the year. Maybe it wouldn't be. Maybe it'd be
that
actually
doesn't
good
stop you.
Halloween costumes.
Oh, that
instead
doesn't
of
stop these women.
nakedness.
Oh my
That's true.
God.
That's
And
true.
most of the time,
Yeah.
it's the ones that you really just don't even care to see.
Right.
Yeah.
What's the one? The Seattle
Oh, not the naked
biker
bike.
mile?
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
like the naked bike. Yeah, thing.
Yeah.
Oh
Whatever.
god,
That's
that.
I forget
horrible.
how long they do it for, but it's
It's been going on for more than a decade now. That naked bike ride. It's awful.
yeah.
I don't
And then
understand.
you see, Ralphie Mays on their bikes pedaling butt ass naked. It's like, yeah, that's not what I came here for.
Yeah. No, it's never the
Nope.
good looking folk playing those games and in those parades. But
always
we're wrapping up, or we're rolling up to the 2-hour mark. So I think I'm gonna call it a night so that we can all get into our own things. But you guys want to shill yourselves
Nope.
before we go? Nope.
I really don't have anything to shill right now, other than the
All
fact
right.
that I'm writing a book. So
These are my friends, and they're, am I pointing the right way? I don't know. But these are my friends, and they're all awesome, and they do things. So they'll share their things with you, maybe or maybe not. And otherwise, they'll share their things with you. I was hearing that in my head after I said it. Otherwise, tomorrow's my day off. Wednesday, like I said earlier in the stream, I will be on in the morning with Johnny on Just Kidding LLC. And then Wednesday afternoon, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, I will be on with Mighty Meats on his Rumble exclusive channel, Mighty Meat. And we will be continuing the Mystery Babylon series. So I'm super duper excited and I can't wait to see you there. Bye. Whoops, wait a minute. I got to
Bye.
hit the button first. Bye.